All right. Hey, ladies and gents, welcome to the debut of DauT in Titans League. I'm excited for this. Little rewind, little refresh, I guess, on the situation. People have been looking for DauT games. We knew that he was going to be gone for the first week and a half, 2 weeks. And so we wanted to be as accommodating as possible. We want all our players to participate. So we said, all right, you can play, but you just have to catch up when you return. DauT will be playing his first 3 rounds over the next 3 days. There's a total of 5 rounds in the group stage for players. So DauT could be in or DauT could be out after these 3 days. We'll see. He's up against Saymyname, and Saymyname will actually play 2 rounds this week. He has only played 1 round prior to this. That was up against the Viper, who went 3-0 against him. So the good news for Saymyname, obviously bad news he got 3-0'd, but the good news is it was up against the Viper, so all of his opponents should be a bit easier, you would think. He's up against DauT here, who has just come home. He's been back for 4 or 5 days now, but, might be a little bit rustier than maybe his peak performance. DauT's playing as the Japanese. Game 1 here is on Cross. And we've got Byzantines for Saymyname. Just going to rattle off a couple things here. So when I think Byzantines, I think great defense. Higher HP on your docks. All buildings, but in particular docks, if someone were to try and land your pond. You have the faster working fire ships as well. So in a 1 dock versus 1 dock engagement on water, Byzantines have the slight edge. And then having the cheaper trash units is nice, but I think in particular, if this gets close in Castle Age, having a cheaper Imperial Age can be a really big difference in this matchup because you rarely are going to see either civilization switch into something other than ranged units in the mid game. So, and we all know how important it can be to get Imp, get Bracer and Chemistry and Arbalest and whatnot with ranged units. So those are the things that come to mind for Byzantines. For Japanese, they can accomplish a lot more in this game. I'd say throughout each stage leading up to Castle Age. So cheaper lumber camps means you're going to get your dock up a little bit faster. Fishing ships fish more efficiently. Fishing ships have armor. So if they do land your pond with all their bonuses, you're likely to survive. And then they have the very fast attacking man-at-arms. And again, because you save so much wood with all the savings on the mining camps, lumber camps, mills, you're generally in a pretty good spot there to add a barracks. Saymayname's gold is bad, someone says. It is quite bad. I agree with you there. But this gold is actually one he might consider taking. Players do like to wall these off anyways because they don't want players to sneak villagers. So if he feels as though this is going to be an issue, it might not actually be a bad idea to just avoid this one for later. But yeah, it's like this hill was designed for this gold, which is not good. So, Saymyname ran forward really early with his scout, so he knows where DauT's gold is, and DauT's woodline, and DauT's dock. This was likely to deny the dock, which is a common strat. We saw, I think it was the first set of TTL. It was Jordan Classic Pro 2.5 weeks back, where both players did that. I think Jordan ended up denying Classic Pro's dock. Yeah, we'll see how this develops. I think most likely, we'll see if DauT even goes man-at-arms. But I think the way this plays out, if they're going to play onto land, is it will be more of a defensive approach with some walls for Saymyname. And he will likely go into an archer range. So I would always expect man-at-arms from Japanese, play into some walls and just play into some quick archers. Yeah, obviously on Cross, it focuses fishing. The player's building up to fish and also create villagers right now. DauT's gold is definitely a lot better. His berry's also pretty good as well. This woodline is one of those woodlines that seems like it's good for you until it's not. Could actually be really awkward for him. And I guess the stone could be awkward for him too. But of course, there's always going to be other resources to go to. And there's plenty of gold and whatnot throughout the map. Okay, so DauT, here he comes with his scout. Another thing about Byzantines is they get Town Watch for free in Feudal, which really helps you get vision on armies coming into your base or sneak villagers. And DauT is not going to go man-at-arms here. He is not going to go man-at-arms. It's not a possibility for him. Well, he could try it, actually. He could try it. You can tell Saymyname's looking for it. Yeah, there's the barracks. Saymyname kind of missing it right now. So I'd say the timing isn't perfect for DauT because he might not have the barracks up in time to make the militia. This is something I personally struggle with the Japanese. I think if I'm trying to remember, as there's 2 on gold now, Saymyname gets hit and he might check here. But I honestly think that you need to delay the 4th fishing ship to do it perfectly, and then you add the 4th fishing ship after the barracks. It's a little weird. At the end of the day, having the fishing ship is obviously fantastic. Saymyname not sneaking a villager. So choosing not to sneak. So we're not seeing a sneak from DauT either. DauT adding a 5th fishing ship now, which I like a lot. Both players have about the same amount on wood. Saymyname doesn't see the barracks. And so I think he expects it as a possibility. But if he doesn't get the walls down, obviously it could be a concern for him. Also, barracks very late. Barracks being late is a big problem because already you're not going to have military until you get archers out, which is going to be much later than men-at-arm play. But now your barracks is delayed, which means your archer range is delayed. He did choose to take this forward gold, and he's bringing his scout back here to try and push away DauT. But guys, the fact that he has not walled this tells me he's not expecting it. Let's see, though. With that vision, he could easily click wall it. He's obviously looking. He's not looking. And DauT's not engaging. DauT needs to hit this, and DauT will hit this. And guys, this is all due to the scouting or the lack of scouting. As DauT actually wins the scout war as well. At the end of the day, I guess, you know, it could have been worse for Saymyname. He could have lost villagers here. But that, like, he tried to look for it. DauT's going to have archers as well. And so far, DauT is pressuring that gold. So listen, for me, I really feel as though if he gets the walls down, as Saymyname needs to run back with his field, he ends up being okay. But obviously, the Japanese power showing itself already. A DauT scout. If I were him, I would keep this alive. That's 1 HP. And it's an amazing start for the Lord here. Having that scout to scout the other ponds is a big deal. Here he comes over here now with a villager, probably to dock in that pond. Saymyname with no vision is playing into a lot of defense right now. I like how he made 2 archers, and now he's going skirms, though, because he knows DauT will have an archer follow-up. It's a good move. Here's DauT's archer. A fletching on the way for Saymyname. No fletching just yet for DauT. But yeah, Saymayname's already mixing in farms and going to berries. DauT is, he's not going to do that. DauT has 7 fishing ships in this pond. He'll likely add a dock here to add more fish. So he's relying more on the fish, not transitioning into the farms. And that all depends. You know, you can't say one is necessarily better than the other. I can tell you that fletching is better than no fletching, though, and that's something DauT needs to consider here. Double range for DauT. Wow. Double range, double dock. Lots of doubles for the Lord. I think DauT's going to try and sneak. But I don't see him doing a ton of damage because, like we said, the vision's there. This man-at-arm will get whittled down. And honestly, Saymyname's in a pretty okay spot here. Having fletching already is a big deal. This is really, really bad to not have a blacksmith even up at this point. Oh, he has it, excuse me. But to not be able to afford fletching is just not something you see very frequently at this level. DauT's getting it now. Obviously, he has the numbers because he's going for 2 ranges. But the food count looking better for Saymyname. He, again, chose to transition into farms. Chose to take the berries. Obviously, still fishing. DauT, you know, it took him some time to actually expand fishing ships over here. It's 0 farms for him. So, very different approaches here. See what Saymyname does, who already has armor now. And, wow, this is going to be fun to watch. Okay, so Saymyname's hoping to find DauT's army. DauT is hoping to sneak around it. This archer army is going to go through, and I think DauT notices this now. So, we'll see if Saymyname notices that he's been noticed. I think he probably will. And so, DauT now has to get more army here to this hill and also get the walls down. DauT, in the end, should be fine. We'll see what Saymyname's micro's like. But with 2 archers here, you've got to think that he's going to be okay with the army trailing behind. And obviously, what's good for Saymyname is he's not taking any damage. And guys, this is a player who was very close to taking games off of Viper when he got 3-0'd in the first round. He's looking really good here. Here he comes with some skirms. This will be annoying for DauT. And didn't lose any of this just yet, as he wants to click up to Castle Age. Forward gold, who cares? Say my name. Everything's been super streamlined here towards a good economy. Just one archer range the whole time. DauT has to be careful with his army. Obviously, skirmishers don't kill villagers that quickly. The second range for Say My Name as he falls back to his hill. Okay, this is risky, though. Like, this is risky. If DauT chases to this hill, DauT could have a really good moment. And so DauT's idea is more of a long-term. Say My Name is hoping to have a better long-term by opening up with a fast castle age and dominating there. It feels like if he has just like, if he had 2 more skirmishers, he's fine here. Obviously, micro is going to matter. And he's microing over here. But this is going to be the important thing because this is his gold. Still, though, in the end, I think he's okay because of the amount of skirms he has. DauT doesn't have that many skirms. DauT's going to try and whittle down the archers. Say My Name defends quite wonderfully there. Also does get pushed back over on this side. Okay, so DauT loves the market. And you could tell, like, again, I think his eco balance was a little off. I think some of the timings there weren't necessarily ideal. He's just going to buy food now. In the end, he's starting to lose this army. But he's happy to whittle down some skirms because he's probably scared of that from the Byzantines. See what the approach is for Say My Name. At this point, he does have an archer over here. And this archer is patrolling on the shoreline. So he's probably thinking, I'm not going to fish as much as the enemy. DauT's going crazy with fishing ships right now. Now, eventually that runs out. This is why I love this map, because you can go heavy farms. But adding the fish gives you a lot more eco units. It's just then there will be a point where it runs out, so. Okay, crossbow, Bodkin arrow on the way for Say My Name. Most likely would go elite skirmisher. He is going to add a town center on that gold. I really like the decisions he's making right now. DauT not fully walled yet, but by the time any skirmishers loop around here, I feel like DauT could maybe have some knights. DauT adding the double stable. Obviously, keep an eye on the eco side of things, because while DauT is 57 eco versus 43, that town center being up is obviously going to lead to more villagers for Say My Name. And he's over here with his skirm now just to see, and he's going to see the docks. Might be a world where he considers going over here with the Vill. Yeah, he's sending a Vill now. It would make sense for DauT if he knows that he's been spotted to maybe add a galley here. But I don't think he knows. Here comes the crossbow skirmisher army. Not even a lead skirm yet, as we see TC number 3 for Say My Name. So he is not going to be able to do much with this army. I mean, this is a tiny army right now. He needs more crossbows so he's not as vulnerable up against knights. And he's trying to do a little loop-de-loop. He's trying to split to hit the other side, but DauT could just go one knight on the right, a couple knights on the left, and he could be okay. We'll see. It kind of feels like this army isn't all attacking the same thing, right? The crossbows are attacking the palisade, and the skirms are attacking the house. I feel like he could have been through already there. Really struggling to get the wood right now, Say My Name, because he added those town centers, which was a ton of wood. And we'll see what DauT can do with his pushback. He's going to go chain barding armor. He's gone 3 stables here. He's going to drop a town center as well. And I think DauT can easily clear this. And I think Say My Name is almost expecting to be cleared. Look at this. He's actually sending a skirm in. The weak skirm goes in as a, just to see. Because something doesn't feel right about this. And DauT deletes the palisade wall. And DauT's going to come over here with the knights. I think Say My Name is about to lose a ton of control in this game. But he could gain so much because of this dock. This dock could be huge. DauT could lose 9 eco there. So pros and cons to both situations, right? That's what's exciting about this map. Fortunately for Say My Name, he was able to pull home other crossbows to keep that alive. But this army's just going to die. For DauT, I think he's noticed now. So he's going to go double fire galley in this pond. And even though they're Japanese fishing ships, some fishing ships will be lost here to the Byzantine fires. Great job from Say My Name, but good job from DauT to recover there. Using this dock to research war galley so he can produce out of the other 2. It is still weird for DauT. He's a player of extremes, but not having a single farm means he will likely have to fish trap, and there's only 70 food left here. So the stats we're seeing are very deceiving for me. Normally, transitioning into more economy on land is how you have to play this. Now, all these fire ships are doing is just sniping the fish in this pond. which would mean DauT would have to invest more into the pawns. Walls here from Saymyname. 64 eco versus 57. Now he has the lead. With chain barding knights being out there, though, is going to be devastating. Maybe a position where DauT wants to come forward with siege. If it's only crossbows, siege would make sense. Here he is, hoping to break through, hoping to loop around. He'll see palisade walls. And he will also find the crossbows. And I think, honestly, your job is done if you're Saymyname. I don't think you need to focus more on here. Here he is hitting the knights. DauT now reacts. DauT was probably doing some other things. DauT now buying food. And now he just bought horse collar, basically. So he's adding more fishing ships in the east. And now he's going for horse collar as he'll invest into more farms. Also, I think going to stone because he foresees the fact that he might need some towers or castles. But again, job done here, in my opinion anyways. We'll see what this demo does. This demo could do a lot of damage. That's good damage, but I think your dock gets pushed down anyways. And Byzantines with the faster Imperial Age. It's got to be looking so rough. Japanese knights don't get much better from here. And there's DauT now who wants to add the siege workshop. Saymyname will actually see this. It's probably too tough for him to be able to deny it, though. DauT's going to act like he's going to fight a bunch of times and try and dodge the shots because he wants the siege workshop to go up. But wait a second. This might not go up. DauT's sending more villagers now. There's also going to be monks here for conversions. And, I mean, sending more villagers means it goes up for DauT, which was important. Now Saymyname, realizing the threat, backs away. Guys, does he have his second building? Oh, the timing's so crucial. He's trying to click up to imp. He doesn't have a university or a siege workshop. He needs those. Oh, God, his resources. That's a market. What's happening? Is he going to buy a castle? Oh, geez. This timing's crucial here because DauT's eco is pumping right now. His eco is pumping. And he's actually going to build up into skirmishers here. So it feels like that faster Imperial Age is the biggest talking point right now. And there's university for Saymyname. I mean, we're talking 60 to 90 second difference. And he is going to drop a castle here, which is still fantastic. Now, this gold needs to be locked down. We'll see if he eventually loops over there to do that. That castle will keep him secure against the siege push. DauT's going to go pretty aggressive with that. Would love to see maybe one more archer range from Saymyname because Arbalest is the key. And honestly, if you're DauT, you might be in a position where you're stuck in Castle Age against a full imp Byzantine, so maybe guard towers. Maybe stone walls. A stone wall here. I mean, it's really tough. Saymyname sitting back, showing, though, how he or why he almost got some precious wins against the Viper in the first round. Why he's here and why people should remember his name and not say their own name when I say Saymyname. DauT doesn't know about the castle yet. Now he does. And now he's probably like, ooh, God. He's been spending so much food on skirmishers and upgrades on skirmishers. And now the siege can't really accomplish much. Can you imagine, though, if Saymyname was in imp right now? It'd be a completely different game. Like, if he had Arbalest right now, DauT's army gets pushed back, no problem. Obviously, gives DauT a lot of time, a lot of control here. Here goes the army. DauT doesn't see it. DauT wants to pressure this side. Okay. There's a cataphract going out to clean up some skirms. 2 cataphracts. I like the decision there. Like, DauT has all this army. He wants to get value from it. He could take out this TC pretty quickly. We will remember being delayed to the Imperial Age. We will remember that moment. As actually, the Knights might even run in here. DauT's going to drop a town center. DauT wants to go imp as well now. And Saymyname wants to kill in the Imperial Age, but DauT wants to kill and delay. And I think you have to, you almost have to respect. Oh, geez, this could be a big shot for DauT here as well. You have to respect those Knights. And DauT! Oh, my God. How does he not land a shot there? He does get one shot in the end, and he's actually in a great position here. Saymyname thought he could deny the castle, and he cannot. So DauT's fine. But, man, I feel like That's such a DauT moment because so many pro players would land the perfect attack round there. It's not like Saymyname actually microed there. DauT just missed. But the beauty of the Lord is, does it really matter when you get in? I think it's a misplay from Saymyname. He thought he could deny the castle. He wanted to run forward with his imp army, but he should have stayed home. DauT now has controlled the game a lot over the last minute or two. Can he defend his castle? Saymyname sending some army home. He knew he needed to protect the Treb, so he's sending some army home. Saymyname right now has 0 on stone, though. 0 on stone. Still no Arbalest upgrade. You can tell the panic has set in here. He does have stone on the right. He's going to TC that now. Also picking off villagers there from DauT. Also, when chemistry comes in, Byzantines can make bombard cannons. That's something Japanese cannot do. This micro has to be so precise for Saymyname while also protecting everything else, and it's too hard to do, man. It's too hard to do. It's why he had to clean this up before. DauT's siege is getting value, and DauT's skirms are getting value as well, and DauT now at 140 pop. And I was going to say, I mean, the siege workshop is here. You could add something to maybe try and take out the Trebs. And now this is looking more and more like DauT's going to take the first game. Again, like, these players are so good, right? And Saymyname, I think, outplayed DauT all the way up to, like, mid-castle. And then having a delayed Imperial Age, choosing to run forward instead of just falling back home there, those are the types of moments that can make the differences. There's not massive gaps between the players at the top. It's the tiny moments that matter. And now, DauT, he's officially weathered the storm. His economy is looking better. His control is better over this game. He still has a lot of work to do, don't get me wrong, as he's trying desperately to take out these Trebs. But for Saymyname, his eco is just disastrous right now. The good news for him is his crossbows are actually killing some skirms, and he's got a bombard cannon on the way. So keeping these Trebs alive, it's crucial. But I think he's going to lose at least one of these. The Mangonel is what I wanted to see from DauT originally instead of the Ram. Mangonel actually goes down now. Interesting. Okay, maybe get some repair villagers out here, Saymyname. And see if he can continue this push right now. It's still manageable. DauT still doesn't have any armor. He doesn't have the final armor upgrade in the skirms. And DauT can't make bomber cannons. And also his stone is here. We'll see as DauT takes out that Treb. If DauT is able to get more skirmishers out after losing these. You would think he should be able to. Obviously, Byzantines could add their own cheap skirms as well, though. All right, so time to breathe, which means time for farms, time for upgrades, time for expanding to other resources. We have Saymyname with his outpost on the left, so he knows about everything. Whoops. He knows about everything over here. And now he drops a castle, and I still think this is really terrifying for Japanese because bombard cannons are the difference maker, and the cheaper skirms as well as the difference maker. Like, Japanese, it's just not a great matchup for them. It's a great matchup for them in the earlier stages of the game. But in this stage, I still would prefer the Byzantines. And I also still want to scream and ask DauT why he's not getting the last armor upgrade. Because that last armor upgrade that he now clicks is so important to tanking some of that fire. Also, can't help but feel like this siege workshop has been a thorn in Saymyname's side that he needs to take care of here. Maybe, again, clicking elite skirm and just mixing in your own skirms, would that not look so good in this position? I feel like it would. To be fair, Saymyname also getting the last armor. It's not as important if you are the Arbalest player. And DauT now hitting light cav, and DauT's worried about skirmishers. So DauT did go over here, and Saymyname used the Arbalest that was on the shoreline, and he's just camping that gold. So DauT's going to lose that gold access. And he's now going to make a stable over here, which Saymyname could see and possibly deal with. Ultimately, the goal for Saymyname is to push up the middle right now. And the goal for DauT is to defend from that. But, oh, he's not going to have the skirms. And here he's going to lose these skirmishers as well. DauT, I think, trying to tech switch here, guys. And what a dogfight this is. Yeah, these bombard cannons need to go directly for that castle right now. DauT's going to try desperately to just distract and start to raid the flanks where he can. This is where the snowball needs to begin for Saymyname, and you just commit You give no respect to the raids right now. You commit everything forward. You kill DauT so fast that he has to send everything home. That's the idea. And DauT is hoping that the Trebs can do something against these bombard cannons. There's a lot of bombard cannons, and they have the hill, though. DauT desperate with repairs. The Treb just doesn't unpack for some reason. Maybe he clicked it to do a bunch of different things. Okay, Arbalest goes down. Now, Saymyname lost a game against Viper because he was trying to tech switch, and send in his units without upgrades. So he's trying to get upgrades now. That's a lot of skirmishers for DauT, though, so he does have to use the bombard cannons against the skirms. And he did notice this, so it's just one stable. That's not the end of the world for him. DauT repairs his castle back to full HP. That Trebuchet, man. It's going to get hits. It's one of the most frustrating things in this game is when you're losing bombard cannons to Trebs. But it does... The Trebs are normally getting enough volleys in. I would think it's a great idea to maybe add your own Trebs. Because it's more difficult for DauT to take him out then, because it takes more than one hit. 150 pop versus 160 pop. This series is going to be insane. This game is insane. DauT has to be careful with his skirms again, though. Wisely runs away. And again, Japanese do not get imp armor to their light cav. Good for raids. Not very good for anything else. Not great against the ball, the death ball. And this is how Byzantines have to win. We have a castle here for Saymyname. I think DauT might castle right next to it. We'll see. DauT playing with fire too many times. Saymyname takes the score lead. What a game. Is raiding with light cav here, DauT. Saymyname's raiding here. DauT hasn't noticed this. DauT will lose that stone. And Saymyname has been extremely patient here, guys. If DauT's stone count was a taunt, it would be Wololo. He 30 on stone for DauT. That will obviously change right now. And more cataphracts could run into DauT's eco. And DauT's so focused on this area, as he should be, as he has to be, that Saymyname has been able to push the other sides. Really impressive from him. Some people get too tunnel visioned. I was thinking he had to just push up the gut, and the sides wouldn't really matter because he was behind, but he's caught up in eco. Not in farm count, but in eco otherwise. And here we go. Uh-oh. See how DauT had to use the Trebs? He had to bring his Trebs forward. And he's now losing his trebuchets to these bombard cannons. And he's going to lose all of his trebuchets there, guys. So Saymyname picks off the trebuchets. Now he's got 2 trebuchets. DauT can't deal with this easily. Remember DauT, who will have to play 3 rounds within 3 days here to catch up with everybody else. He probably saw the result that his teammate Viper had beaten Saymyname. Came in here after, a break and realized he had some work to do. Can he do this here? He's still trying light cav skirmisher, light cav skirmisher, light cav skirmisher. Is that enough? Or can Saymyname finally push this back? I think Saymayname's key here is just keeping his own ranged unit mass high enough. A mix of Arb skirmisher seems to be working fine. His skirmishers are cheaper than Japanese. And then if Arbalists are mixed in, the light cav just don't do anything. We have a castle here for DauT, though, which is kind of funny. DauT will start to lose these villagers here. DauT will finally lose his castle, though. DauT will finally lose his castle. I'm not so sure he will, actually. Also, DauT has 2 castles on the left now. He's got a lot of gold control. Gold here, gold here, gold here. But Saymyname also has gold, so who even knows? DauT is sinking so many resources into saving this castle. Because if he loses this hill, he feels like he loses the game. This is ridiculous. Also, is a stone here that Saymyname could take, but he has not scouted that. He's scouted a lot, but he's not scouted that. He now drops a castle here. Finally takes out the castle, my word. But are we finished yet? I don't think we're finished yet. DauT's not finished yet. He's still getting more upgrades for the light cav. Maybe that will help him. Saymyname's still getting upgrades for cataphracts of all things. And I'd say the worry for Saymyname is just that, if he gets spread too thin on with either push, he could have some problems. Look at DauT! The samurai could deny the castle! And here he goes. He wants those bombard cannons, guys. Those bombard cannons have been such a problem for him. And there he goes, but he's running into the castle fire, and Saymyname is going to focus down the Arbs. I don't know if that was worth it for DauT, but he did kill all 3 of them. He does have gold control. The Cataphracts, though, with the skirms, with the Arbs, could push DauT right back. We'll keep an eye on that. This castle will actually complete. Now the Trebs from Saymyname have swung over to DauT's castle, so in the end, this will be good for Saymyname. Saymyname now falls back here. Would love to see one Cataphract run into DauT's eco. Also, DauT, I'm not sure about that wood line. I'm sure he didn't realize it in the moment. But he'll start to lose villagers there. I mean, the concern for DauT is becoming he cannot push these castles. And if he cannot push these castles, how can he ever raid Saymyname? I think Saymyname will actually find this stone. This is the only area where he's really exposed. And DauT's got all these castles on the left that can get hit. Saymyname has the better tool for sniping siege underneath castle fire, and that would be the Cataphracts right now. DauT's going to be desperate for damage. Like, this ranged army can always clean up DauT's ranged army. And it can always clean up DauT's light cav as well, as long as there's a few Arbs. This is why, you know, when Japanese even received Bloodlines a few years back, I was just like, that doesn't mean their cav is actually that good. I mean, it's better in Castle Age, but if you're thinking long term, Japanese really struggle at this stage of the game. But I'm not saying DauT shouldn't make them, by the way. I think the way DauT's using them is perfect, just trying to raid. But just some tough problems to solve here. Saymyname. It feels like he can take both these castles out. He's actually just shifted 2 of these Trebs here, 1 of the Trebs here. 1 relic for both, by the way. 185 population for both. This is ridiculous. Still feels as though Saymyname's got the control as he goes for Elite Cataphract. Elite Cataphract. No way he's doing this. Elite Cataphract will be in on cross, man. On cross. What is this? And okay, he takes out both the castles from DauT. He needs to stop this now. I think if he stops that attack, then he's good. Then I think he can take this game. Can he keep his castles up? Elite Cataphract is a big investment. If he can't clear this, we will look back and see that as a waste. And DauT's got enough Arbalest. Or maybe the Cataphracts won't be that successful. That's the unit you'd want to make against Cataphract, would be the Arbalest. Now, some of this ranged army was a little out of position. DauT's going to lose 1 of his Trebs. He doesn't take out any of the Trebs, actually, from Saymyname. DauT snipes a Bombard Cannon. He has to desperately repair his Trebs. The Cataphracts here could pull into the main fight. It's 60 army for Saymyname. It's 40 for DauT. DauT's not even close to taking out this castle out yet, as he loses 1... Excuse me. Of his final 2 Trebs. And as I'm dying here, apparently, for some reason... My body's revolting against me. I think DauT is going to lose this game. There's far too many skirmishers out here to focus down the Arbalest. There's far too many Trebs to take out DauT's Trebs. The Cataphracts could expand to the left area of DauT's eco. And he has no way to stop this death ball. Yeah, this is actually possibly a bit of an overextension by Saymyname. But he's going to consider it worth it just to take out the Arbalest. He really needs to take out the Treb. And needs to be careful because he is actually... again, his pop has gone down now, and he doesn't actually have a lot on gold. But finally, he's going to take out the Treb. He's like, man, I wasted so much stone there. DauT's not ready to call it quits, but this to me feels like Saymyname's game. He's got gold income over here as well. He's going to get relics. Yeah, there's gold everywhere. He threw away a ton of skirms for that. But I think holding the position was worth it. And he's actually going to add stables. And yeah, Byzantines get Hussar. And so he's just going to go light cav, I guess. Kind of interesting. You know, like, I feel like he could have actually gone for Halb as well. But since he already has the upgrades for cavalry units, it does make sense here. What a great game, man. This has been an incredible game. And the thing is, like, while the castle fire is going to be really helpful, DauT has a lot of light cav. So he can kill these villagers. He knows where the gold piles are. See if he starts swinging units over to the right side. These Cataphracts have actually come back right now. Saymyname struggles. There's a time where I'd say he struggles. It's just the tech switching. Man, I mean... Elite Cataphract was expensive. There's only 15 of them out there. DauT did take a lot of gold, even though he lost his castles. We have Saymyname using the market a lot to make more Cataphracts. This is annoying. Should get 3 relics, though. I would love to see DauT just dive in with more light cap and just keep the flow going. Force your opponent to react to you. It does still, like, on paper, now the Hussar's in, it does feel like just full Hussar from Saymyname, combined with his skirms and whatnot, and it should be okay. But DauT hasn't died yet. 190 pop this game has been wild. And again, with the relics, by the way, the 2 that are remaining are here. So it seems like Saymyname could snag those. It is possible that DauT simply doesn't have any options at this stage of the game. He picked Japanese before Saymyname picked Byzantines in that draft. I'm sure Saymyname felt Byzantines were good overall civilization. But maybe also he knew that in Castle Age onwards, the Byzantines just can accomplish so much more than the Japanese. And here's DauT going to take a fight. We'll compare the fight. Looks like the HP is there for DauT at least. Another bombard cannon has gone down. Love this from Saymyname. He's just going to pull some skirms forward. Well, actually, I'm not sure I love it. Maybe that was just to soak up fire, actually, so his Cataphracts did damage. Maybe that was intentional there. I was going to talk about him focusing down the Arbs, which he will do now. Treb's slowly taking out DauT's building. Still 170-some pop for both. Still the Treb's firing, though, for Saymyname, as he even gets hoardings right now to keep his castles even stronger. Rare you see that tech at this stage. And the stables should be producing Hussar. The ranges should still be producing skirms. And if they're both going skirm, Hussar, it should be better for the Byzantines. It's just that little Arb ball. I shouldn't say little. It's actually a pretty big Arb ball. It's able to focus down those units out there. That's making this strong. But it is 4 relics now for Saymyname, so his gold income is going to be looking better. Still no easy way for DauT to push down the castles. Like, those castles were so important. Perhaps you can question DauT's decision to place the castles on the left with no protection, but I could see what he was going for at the time. These Hussars, finally Saymyname's going to try and get some raids in. He was a little hesitant to do it with Cataphracts because they cost gold, right? But he can kill villagers here. Get into the back of DauT's farming eco over here. Also Hussars on the left. And in an ideal world, DauT would have 4 Trebs, and now as he's starting to lose control on the sides, he would punish the middle. He would try and say, hey, if you're going to send population to my eco, I'm coming to your base. I'm going to storm down those castles. Good luck. 8,000 HP Byzantine castles. Good luck even if you have the Trebs. We will see DauT's population with military go up here because he's going to lose a lot of economy. But can he use that army to actually kill his opponent right now? Or is he just going to be left in a spot where his eco is rotting away and his army can't go anywhere? He definitely knows he needs to go for a push. He's going for Siege Workshop, so I think he's going to try Rams. But his Vil count's going way down. 105 eco for DauT. I love the decision from Saymyname. And Saymyname knew as well. He's like, okay, so there will be a bit of a power vacuum. A bit of a... I don't know if that's the right time to use that phrase. But there's going to be an opening for him as his army count will shoot up. I just need to prep for that, hold from that, and we'll be good. Is that stone still undiscovered? Not by DauT, and not by Saymyname. Saymyname just hasn't been taking it. It's interesting. He's probably just not in looking for other resources mode right now. Right? It's just not something that's on his mind. So much of this game is past already. A couple Cataphracts go to raid. I don't know, man. Like, I don't know about sending the Cataphracts into raid. I prefer Cataphracts in the main force. But then again, I guess the main force would have to deal with Arbs. And Cataphracts might actually be better to raid here. Because their weakness would be against Arbs, as we have more stables for Saymyname. $40 per victory, by the way. $40 per victory. Not a bad day at the office if you can get a couple wins. And then, of course, there's potential for placement prizes. And, geez, I mean, even the best performer in this gets invited to Red Bull Wololo in October. So that's not bad with the $200,000 prize pool there. Obviously, we're still talking group stage. You know, you'd have to advance out of the groups, which the top 3 of each will. Just, you know, I'm talking further down the line, but guys, DauT's dead. He probably knows it. He's going to have one more go. He's going to have one more go. He's at the limit because he's just getting picked off. And the worst thing is now you have to add more vills to have as much eco as your opponent, and then it's just food you can't spend on other things. Stone still hasn't been taken by Saymyname. I feel like one more castle right here, and then he just cannot be raided ever. But does DauT want to use his Lightcap to raid? That's the thing. I don't know. This game has been fantastic. What a series this is going to be. Again, Saymyname played his first round and lost 3-0. All of his opponents after the first round are always going to be easier, right? After losing to the Viper. And DauT has 3 rounds to play in 3 weeks. His teammate, Jordan, is at the bottom of the group right now, who with 1 win from 2 rounds. Obviously got 3-0'd by Viper as well, but also got 2-1 by Classic Pro. And one of those sets that DauT is eventually going to have to play will be against Jordan. And wouldn't it be crazy if both of those players are desperate for wins, and one of which could be relegated? I'm super exaggerating when it comes to DauT, obviously. We don't know what's going to happen. With Jordan, though, I mean, you start to really fear that possibility. So he could always turn it around as he has 3 rounds yet to play. Okay, so this is DauT's final push. That one relic is not bringing him enough gold to go for another ram push like this anytime soon. He has the hill. Saymyname knows this is a risk. He has a massive unit queue here. And Saymyname's just trying his best to focus down the arbs when he gets opportunities. He's queuing up everything he can right now. He even has a bombard cannon. I love how he understands the situation, and he's giving DauT so much respect because he knows the power of the arbs in this type of scenario. He also knows he just doesn't, if he overextends, then DauT has a chance. It would be a crazy comeback for DauT if he could actually pull this off. It's that ball of arbs, man. That ball of arbs on the hill. How is DauT still in this? How is DauT giving himself a chance? The skirms are going for the arbs. There's cataphracts and there's hussars. Here you have rams, but they'll be pushed away by villagers and cataphracts. It doesn't seem like it's enough for DauT. He tried it. He gave it his best shot, literally till he was at the limit. But we've known he's at his max capabilities for a while. And Light Cav Arbalest is just not going to cut it. He can't replenish the rams. He can't replenish the arbs. There's such a small arb group now that just simply Hussar or Cataphract would probably clean it up. And certainly the resources are there for Saymyname. Guys, I thought Saymyname and early Imp had lost his opportunity to win this one. I really did. But he brought it back. He stabilized. And his eco has looked incredible. We'll lose this town center. Sad for these people. But yeah, as DauT works his way through what's left, we are just watching Lightcav get sent to their deaths. There is no hope for DauT to win this. This is a this is classic battle. They know they're going to lose, but they send their good men in anyways, not wanting to resign. DauT doesn't want to resign, but he has to see now. He has to know that his first game is going to be an L. And the Lord made 310 Lightcav in that game. Not really a great stat when you're the Japanese, is it? Remember, he picked Japanese very early on in his draft. There's so many good things about the Japanese. He hit the gold early. Wasn't able to kill any villagers there. And then simply was not able to deal with Saymyname early imp onwards. And it was a great game from Saymyname. Again, what's so good here is that I thought his opportunity had passed away. His opportunity had passed, not passed away. I thought he was going to pass away. Like, he lost his TC. He wasn't pushing DauT's castle. DauT's population was higher. And then suddenly he somehow stabilized. Suddenly his eco is actually flying behind all the pressure he was under. And then he got to the composition he needed. Ended this game with 800 kills. This player is serious, man. This player is incredible. And he gets a win. There you go. More wood collected, more gold collected for him. DauT did have more food collected. But, you know, for him it was the issue with the castles. He lost the majority of his castles in this game. And Saymyname just had castles everywhere. I don't think he lost a single castle this game. And DauT lost like 4 or 5 or something. Again, extreme patience from Saymyname, because there were some instances where I thought, particularly with the 4 bomber cannons here before he had Trebs, I think I would have been stubborn and just stayed on the hill and tried to hit the castle, and I would have lost the bomber cannons. But he wisely just kept backing away, and he just knew that if he held on, things would be better for him. And GG. Saymyname gets the first win. DauT will go to his home map next. His home map is Fortified Clearing, a map that we've seen a lot in the group stage. Map that DauT, I don't believe, has played. He has not played the new version anyways, the version where there's no walls in the backside. So I'll be excited to see what happens there. All right. Well, we knew we were going to see Gurjaras in this set, but we didn't know when. I had assumed possibly Jungle Swamp, which is a more open land map. DauT decides to pick Gurjaras here in a closed map. So we've seen Gurjaras banned a lot, and then we've seen Gurjaras played a lot. It's been one of the civs at the forefront of Titans League so far. And DauT decides to pick them on a map that I've never seen Gurjaras played, Fortified Clearing. Again, Fortified Clearing is a bit like Arena. You have the walls on the front, but there's no walls on the backside, so you have to do some work in that regard. And I love it because you see players focus on the outer ring. You see players focus on the middle. You have options there. You have 5 relics in the middle, 4 relics on the outer side. Interesting. You've got 1 relic here, and you've actually got 3 relics on the right side. That can happen. That's happens like 30-40% of the time. Seems like the stones and whatnot. Just keeping an eye on that as well. Occasionally that can be a little different. I'd have to look at it a lot. Everything seems fine there. Somebody asked a question about did T90 both who are at places 4 and 5 have the same? So if someone's tied in your example, like 4th or 5th place in the group after all the rounds are played, the head-to-head is the tiebreak. So for example, let's say DauT and Saymyname, they're in the same group. Let's say they're tied 4th and 5th place after everyone has played everyone in their group. Whoever won between those players in their play all 3 would have the edge there. Now, just because Gurjaras haven't been picked on this map before doesn't mean I think Gurjaras are bad. Gurjaras are very, very, very good and very hard to stop. So I actually like DauT's chances here. I'm trying to think about what the composition would be for Berbers. Because I think the best thing you can do is go for a unit that would force the Gurjaras into the Chakram Thrower. Because that takes a lot more time than some of the stable units. And the Chakram Thrower is usually good against infantry. So I don't know. I don't think Berbers really do a good job at that. Berbers are probably going to go Camel Archers or Cav. And in theory, if they go Camel Archers, they're countered by Shravamshas. And then if they make Cavalier or Camels, they're countered by their Gurjara Camels. Honestly, DauT doesn't need to make a single Chakram Thrower this entire game, man. Like, full stable units from Gurjaras should be better, I think. I know Saymyname loves the Camel Archers, though. So I'm thinking he'll go Fast Castle and then eventually want to go for Camel Archers. DauT. He ended up getting all of his sheep inside of his mill. He's going to kill that deer there, so he's got all of his food. And so far, so good. But again, interesting. Oh, a little sloppy there from Saymyname. Just interesting to see Berbers picked. I don't think I've ever seen Berbers picked on this yet. And then we have Gurjaras from DauT. Now, I think recency, not recency bias is a thing for players, but how you've done recently, which might be recency bias, I guess, really affects players. And Saymyname had a game, oh boy. Thankfully, he's Berbers, so he'll save this Vil. But he had a game yesterday in a best of 5 in the RMS Cup qualifier, which is another event going on. And I think it was arena-ish style, and he was Berbers and won that one. So, and by the way, for those of you that watched my cast of Kingston and Overtaken, if you didn't look at the T90 Extras channel for it because the set was sick, one of those games is one of the best, like, craziest Arabia games I've seen in a very long time. Anyways, that was from Gold League. we were talking about this Kingston character in Gold League, this Mexican guy who beat Daniel 2-1. And then, spoilers obviously for the set, apologies, he ended up beating Overtaken. And then in the RMS qualifier, he beat DauT, who is freaking a beast, right? Who's in the Platinum League here for Titans League. He beat DauT, I think, like 3-2 or something. And then, unfortunately for him, he lost 3-2 to Saymyname. But I think Saymyname was up 2-0, and Kingston brought it back to the 5th game. So, yeah, I mean, I've been getting hyped over some of this Gold League action. And Kingston right now, man, Kingston is like the player in Gold League, the standout, the player everyone should be getting excited about as far as, like, you know, future top-tier talents. Now, I don't want to treat players within Age of Empires 2 like, you know, certain people in the media treat athletes at times where they put all these huge expectations on them right away. But some of the results he's had over the last couple weeks has been awesome. We've got a barracks here for DauT. He's going to drop a house. And does he think he can go fast castle off this? He can't go fast castle off this. Then again, I guess they're both going up really fast. Maybe I'm wrong on that. Scout is alive for Saymyname, by the way. He just ran to the middle of the map. And yes, to answer someone's questions, there are 9 relics on the map. Sorry, just fixing a couple things here. Nice to have so many people watching this morning. Nice to have you guys. Thank you for listening in, watching. A lot of people don't chat and are out there lurking. So what you can do for me is you can just stick your head out your window, the nearest window you have, and say, "You're welcome," really loudly. And I'm sure I'll hear you, okay? Honestly, please just do that for the lulz. I just want to know. I just want all your neighbors to be like, did I do something for them? You're good, Daniel. You're good. So Camel Scout's going to be super annoying here. It is faster villagers with Berbers, though. Oh, my God. Guys, that's so loud. Oh, my. Jeez. There's echoes on some of these. Holy. You guys are so loud. And by the way, DauT is going to go fast castle off this. This uptime's insane. Dang. I mean, it is at the limit. It is at the limit. And, oh, man, if he would have just had a little bit more food. Okay, but we're going to have stable blacksmith for both. Yeah, Saymyname can't click up right away. DauT's position is better. He idled his TC a little bit, but not bad. There he goes with some walls. But yeah, so what made me think of that set between Kingston was the fact that Saymyname played with Berbers there. But I don't know why. I still would have gone Burgundians, man. I still feel like Paladin, Halb, Hand Cannon. I know the Gurjaras are strong, and there's a lot of conversations to be had on them. But I think the Burgundian eco is just too good to ignore. I at least with this fast castle being a fail right now, I have to question the decisions here. All that said, DauT's not going to have a ton of resources when he hits the next age, but we'll see what he can accomplish. He's got to bring his camel all the way home. I'd love to see him use the camel in the middle, though, because that starting camel becomes a normal camel in castle and can really chew up any scouts that are out there. Yeah, I like Horsecollar first from DauT because he knew he needed more food eco, and he didn't want to place any farms without that. And then he'll probably get the wood upgrade next. He is also kind of at the limit, but he's going to have Camel Scout in the middle, and they'll probably drop Monastery, and he just wants to get relics. And there's 9. I repeat, 9 on this map. Deadly Cookie, I'm not really sure. Oh, God, DauT's going to keep this gate open now. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. DauT might end up leaving, actually. Never mind. Saw the Spearman and figured it wasn't worth the risk. Like, the Coustier, I think whether or not the Coustier would deal with the Frontier Guard Camels wouldn't actually be important in the matchup, because I think it's about killing early Imp. But I would say the Frontier Guard Camels just seem to wreck everything. Like, Gurjaras have an answer to pretty much everything, like I said, except for, like, the early Halb play, because then they need lots of castles for the chakram throwers. I saw a clip, by the way, where Bad Boy, who's a Vietnamese player, used 25 chakrams, and he killed 40 Arbalest in one shot. Like, one shot, because the pass-through damage and Arbalest stack, right? It's before you even talk about the other bonuses that you have to counter archers with the Civ. Gurjaras are definitely going to have quite a few nerfs sent their way. We'll see if it happens during the first season here. But for now, we stand and marvel at how good the civilization can be. And DauT really went crazy in production in the middle. And I think Saymyname's just going to have to give up on the middle and maybe go to the outer ring then. Even the TC out here is in the outer ring. Nikov, Saymyname is the one who didn't pick Burgundians. What do you think about that? On a scale of 1 to 10, how good a decision do you think that was? Nice to see Nikov in chat. But yeah, so, you know, I wonder if there will be recognition from DauT that he needs to scout the outer side. Oh, DauT, you have so much military out here. Don't lose a monk to a scout. Oh my god, why are all your units in the same spot? Well, okay, in the end he kills the scout, so I'm sure he'll be happy. A little sloppy there, right? To have all this military and then have them all in the same spot. You really should spread that out in case there's any scouts out there. TCs will have been faster for Saymyname. And I think if he could end up getting a few relics on the outer ring, he'll be happier. And he's starting to look out there now. Chakrams really feel like they have no counter. If they did pierce damage, it would be less extreme, but they just shred anything. Yeah, it's tricky, man. It's tricky. So there's 3 relics on the right side, or like the south right side, whatever. Okay, we're gonna call this the western side. Now that doesn't make that sounds like west. So Sweastern, the Swaneastern, yeah, whatever you consider this, because it's a large region. Okay, there's 3 relics there, and there's 1 over here. Usually, the way the map's designed, you want 2 on both sides. But that does not happen all the time. Excuse me. That does not happen all the time. DauT's going to keep this gate open, just like he did earlier. And this time, Saymyname actually has to respect this. And, ooh, get some house walls down. Now DauT's... Well, if this unit gets dealt with, DauT will be trapped in here. DauT is going to go in for a little loop-de-loop raid. And I think he'll love this. Shravamsha riders are really fast. And also, no loom for Saymyname. Oh, he's still... And I don't think he's going to remember loom. Or maybe he doesn't have the gold for loom. Oh, but the Shravamsha was converted. Okay, he should be fine then. He should be fine. Honestly, really good point. As another scout snipes one of DauT's monks. If the Gurjaras are going to be a common pick, picking Slavs as a counter maybe wouldn't be the worst. That's interesting. Slavs might be the only civ that has like a real potential to wreck the Gurjaras with the Boyars. Maybe Teutons as well? I don't know. We're going to see relic number 1 come in for Saymyname. But Boyar Halb Siege Ram, like, so I've used the Chakram Thrower before up against the Boyar. It was in a community game, but still, the Boyars are really strong against the Chakrams. They should do pretty well against the Camels. No, they wouldn't, because there's 50% more bonus damage. You can't take that fight against Camels. Yeah, so I don't know. It's still not that straightforward. But 59 villagers here. We have both players going to 4 TCs. Dang. This is going to be about the late game. And if it's going to be about the late game, it does make sense to have those relics, obviously. Saymyname, though, is going to get relic number 1 and 2, and potentially 3, and potentially 4. So, you know, if I were to be critical of anything DauT has done here, it would only be just not switching to the outside with some of this control a little bit earlier. He's going to switch to the left now, though. And if he's patrolling, that villager will die. And he sees it. All right, sees the villager, and now Saymyname will know. Oops, can't do that. Luckily for him, though, he does have the TC up over here. He is sending a villager on the right side. And now what DauT should do is also swing over to the right side, I think. Ooh, he sees his units. He wants to bring them back to his side. Say my name. Delete, 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 delete. Nice. DauT's going to complain that he didn't get a conversion there because of that fast conversion earlier. Sees this monk, though. Gets the easy kill. Really hard to catch up to these units. Wow, Shrivamshas do a lot of damage against camels. What in the world? Conversion. Makes sense to me. Camels are there. In the end, DauT's damage... Well, DauT's not doing damage. DauT is obviously controlling the game, though. Here comes the scout. I think this will be a conversion, actually. Okay. In the end, loses the monk. Good stuff for Say My Name. Villager's on this side. Villager could actually die to the bear, by the way. If she goes any further. But I would see the golds here, and I would just immediately wall that. 32 on food for DauT. 29 for Say My Name. DauT gets a conversion. It's funny to see all these side fights, but they are really important. Ooh, I have a question for you guys. Okay, so Gurjara camels do 50% more bonus damage. If you convert a Berber camel as the Gurjaras, how much bonus damage does the camel you converted do? Huh? See what I mean? Anyone have any answers there? Because I'm guessing... So, like, I know if you convert a unit, it keeps its stats in terms of upgrades. But I never thought about it in this instance, where it talks about bonus damage. Minus 69? Ah, that makes sense. It stays as Berber? Really? Okay, normal? Okay, normal Berber bonus damage. Gotcha, okay. I knew that. I was just testing you guys. DauT has had so much control in this game. He's had the relics. He's had what I consider to be the better boom. I know that he has less fills right now, but he's collected more resources, and it's more timely as well. So what he's able to accomplish is going to be much greater, I feel, off the back of his eco. Say My Name, we'll see the castle from DauT in the middle. And I don't know what you make against Gurjaras if they go full camel as Berbers. You literally, you cannot counter 2 units from the Gurjaras. Camel Archer, amazing unit, dies to Shrivamsha. It's an insane unit, way too fast. Soaks up arrow fire, would wreck you. And then camels as well is a big problem. And to make that matters even worse, with this unique tech, all of DauT's units are cheaper. So he's going to have camels that are even on par with the Berber cost of camels, which is always cheaper and a big pro. I mean, I like this, and we'll see what DauT can do. We are going to see Say My Name click up to Imp here shortly. Say My Name, second straight game, missing out on the proper Imp timing. He's had the resources for a while there, but I really think DauT just needs to go heavy camel with Frontier Guards, which gives him extra melee armor, and this game should be done and dusted. I don't see what else he really needs to do. But maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, I agree with some of the comments in chat regarding the Gurjaras. Also agreed with Nikov's comment earlier that it was pretty crazy from Say My Name to not pick the Burgundians. Remember, he drafted the Civ, second-guessed himself, thought maybe Burgundians wasn't the play here. Good little pushback from Say My Name on this side. They're still trying to control the outer ring, which I like. This wall is really important. Like this could be a big deal if DauT doesn't push in the middle. DauT will be here with a Treb. DauT now adding stables. DauT rushing the heavy camel upgrade is actually really smart because heavy camel takes a lot longer than most of the blacksmith upgrades. And still having engagements happen over here. And DauT's losing these engagements. DauT's losing these engagements. He will pick off a monk, but he can't get the walls down now. And Say My Name making stables in the back. Has tons of gold. But will lose out on farm space here as well. And DauT could even steal some of that gold. 5-3 with the relics. I don't actually know where the other one is. Oh, it's over here. Excuse me. Okay. And DauT just says, you can't kill these camels. You simply cannot kill these camels. As I do more bonus damage against your camels. My camels are, I think, pretty much just as cheap. Maybe someone could do the math. What's the unique tech discount the Gurjara units by? Does anyone remember? I think it's like 15 or 20%. So it's got to be close. Chain barding armor on the way now for Saymyname. Keep in mind, it takes almost 2 minutes to get heavy camel. So he's got to click that. Now drops another castle. Saymyname with more walls. Trying to keep this out. So it's minus 25% food. Okay. That's not bad. It also applies to all units, right? And most of the units they make cost food, so... Okay, still walling. Could we see the rare fortified wall tech? It's kind of funny, man. He's keeping himself in the game right now. But he did lose access on this side, and I think like, something's going to have to give. He's going to lose here, and then he'll be distracted, and he won't necessarily have what he needs here. I just hope that DauT doesn't try and tech switch into another type of unit. Because I think that normally you might want to do that, but here, no. Gurjaras don't really have to do that. I don't think he's researched Frontier Guards yet, but I just hope that he recognizes that there's absolutely no need for him to ever switch into another type of unit here. It's almost similar to Hindustanis, which is another civ we could talk about being OP. But Hindustanis against Berbers. So even like the old Indians where they got Imp Camel, if Berbers don't get Halberdier, there's just no reason to ever switch out of your own camels because they're stronger than the Berber camel. What makes it different, though, is that the Camel Archer we are going to see is not going to be hugely effective at all here. DauT will already have stable upgrades and already have the stables. He mixes in a couple Shravamshas, which are dirt cheap, and they soak up all that Camel Archer fire. In theory. Yep, there it is. Frontier Guards. So now he's got 7 melee armor. And he's just missing being fully popped at this point before pushing in. I think DauT's about to go for it. We'll see. More upgrades for Saymyname. I would love to be wrong on some of my comments, by the way, about these camels and this camel v camel battle. We'll watch the fight. Certainly seems like DauT has the numbers here. And his units are owning, man. His units are owning. It's not even close. Without Blast Furnace, this is... It's so silly, man. There's no answer. There's no answer. And DauT understood that when he picked the Gurjaras. I do have to question the Burgundians' choice, though. Or not picking the Burgundians after you drafted them. 2-1 KD. That will continue. Obviously, DauT did a great job in this game with resource control, and Saymyname calls it. DauT gets a win on the board in this play all 3. So, you know, we can have a conversation about a lot of things regarding the Gurjaras, but DauT played them really well. He played them to perfection. Did Saymyname play Berbers to perfection? No way, man. His fast castle was really bad. Remember, he built his buildings, and he waited 2 minutes before getting up. There's a big difference there. Also, is this even a good civ for this type of map? I mean, I'm not saying it's bad, but you drafted Burgundians. And the Burgundians, we know, are well established as one of the top-tier civilizations on this map. So I know there's, you know, plenty of conversation we could have about Frontier Guards, cheaper camels, all the eco, blah, blah, blah. We're going to have that conversation. And Gurjaras are very, very strong. But I don't think Saymyname put himself in a position to really test the Gurjaras or test DauT at all here. And I think maybe, because just yesterday he played with Berbers in all-important Game 5 in a closed map, he felt like, let's do that again. And it's just, on paper, really bad there. Now, maybe he expected Gurjaras to be picked on a different map. Me, the caster, sitting back, you know, just drinking my coffee. I said it would be DauT Gurjaras here because of having Mongols and Huns. Civilizations, I think, would make more sense for the final map in this series. But, you know, what do I know? It was probably just a lucky guess. GG there, though. DauT happy to get a win on the board. And, guys, I think that this, I mean, every win is so important here, right? Because, remember, Jordan's struggling, but Jordan's going to be hungry, and Jordan will have to play DauT, will have to play Saymyname. DauT has to play Viper yet. DauT has to play Classic Pro yet. DauT has to play Miguel yet. Like, there's so many players that have yet to play these two. It feels like whoever wins this next game is going to be so much more comfortable moving into the future rounds. And I know it's crazy to say one game, but when you only have 5 play all threes, one game can make all the difference near the end. So we might be looking back at this one at the very end. Whoever wins this game, kind of the difference maker between who stays up and who doesn't. But it all depends, right? It all depends. A final game will be Jungle Swamp. All right, guys. So here we are. Again, this game feels so important. All the games are important in Titans League. That's what makes it great. Also, we don't have spoilers out there with video length with the play all threes. That's pretty cool. Anyways, we were speculating. Maybe Saymyname thought that DauT would go Mongols in the previous game. That Berbers are known as kind of a Civ win Civ against Mongols. Not on closed maps, but on like more open maps. So again, I don't think his outlook would have been correct if that's what he thought. But anyways, we're speculating maybe that's why he went Berbers in the previous game. DauT pretty obviously was going to save Mongols for the map with all the hunt though, right? You've got hunt, 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 and I'm not going to keep going because there's lots of hunt. Actually, how many deers are on the map? Well, let me double click. 100. 100 on the dot? Wow, that's really satisfying. I didn't even know that. All right, well, now we know. So 100 deer and Mongols hunt 40% faster. That's not bad. Now, guys, Saymyname. He picked, he got the first pick, and he picked Magyars. So he could have gone Mongols. So if the Mongol hunt ends up looking very strong, then obviously Saymyname might have some regrets. I do think Magyars is more the safe play. And the thing about taking the Mongol hunt is, after a while, you do need to leave your villagers exposed. And so I don't think leaving your villagers exposed is a good thing if there's going to be Magyar scouts with all that attack on the map. DauT is known for taking a little bit of risks with anything that incorporates like a big resource spike. Like, he's the player with Sicilians because Sicilians get more food on their farms after farm upgrades, where he won't build a single farm before a farm upgrade. Even the previous game was like really at the limit with stuff. He tends to play like that sometimes, so we'll see. Is this live? Yes, this is live. This is live. Next set. The Tato Bad Boy are kind of playing right now. No spoilers. You can hit the link in the description for all other results. That won't include that. After this, we immediately cast Tato Bad Boy. And that'll be Rex because, like I said, they're playing around the same time. But Saymyname with 1 win now out of 2 rounds. DauT with 1 win out of 1 round. Oh my god, and he almost lost a villager there. Oh, jeez. I swear, watching him lure boars and deer is so excruciating sometimes. Like, the deer on the right of your screen right now, he should be fine now, but it's just... this DauT things, man. This is so funny. Yeah, I don't think we're going to see the water in the middle be a focus here. But we have seen players do that in the past. And it worked out, I guess. I don't know. We wanted the option, but obviously with all that hunt, you're going to see a lot of scout play. This was meant to be a type of map where you have a lot of open aggression, so it wasn't really meant to be a hybrid map per se. Especially with Arabia being so closed. Well, it's not closed, but it's easy to close up. I felt strongly about maybe having a map that was pretty wild, pretty open. And we've seen a lot of Jungle Swamp so far. We have 11 maps in the pool. We've had a lot of bans in our draft for the group stage, so there's probably going to be some maps we just don't see a lot of, but... We did see Houseboat for the first time between Slam and Backed. And that series was incredible. That was a fun series to cast. All right, so DauT's still pushing in his hunt. Good stuff. He's on the way up. He's going 18 pop. Did get Loom beforehand, just to be safe. He's going to go for scouts. And for Saymyname getting Loom. Saymyname also going to be going scouts. Again, the big thing for him is he doesn't have the hunt bonus. Makes sense for me if you're in DauT's position to push in as much hunt as possible, because after the hunt in the nearby area is finished, you're going to have to take some risks. So if he doesn't want to take the risk, just push in as much as possible. Keep everything close to home. Yeah, is this annoying you guys as well with the Saymyname being so close to the 1? I'm wondering if I can add spaces. Ah! Ooh, hold on. I can do that with DauT too. Oh my god. That's so nice. Dang, I'm glad Hardy made a joke for once. I'm kidding, Hardy. Don't resign. I'm kidding. It was an easy joke to make. Okay, DauT sees this villager thinking about it. He probably won't be able to stop that. Again, say my name. Could have picked the Mongols, didn't pick the Mongols, gave up the Mongols, went for the Magyars instead. Has faith in the Magyars. Later to the next stage, has more potential for killing. But honestly, I mean, if I guess the cheaper scouts is super nice. But you can get blacksmith upgrades early with this much food floating, right? That's not going to be a problem. I'd like to see that from DauT possibly. I could see him doing it. Still no stable for Saymyname. There's the stable. So he should just add a few extra spears and play defensive here. Already walling in towards his base here. Not wanting to leave himself too open. DauT, heavy spearman, heavy scout pressure. So he will want to get in here shortly. The opponent's going to add spears, so he'll match that with his own spears and hope to have the scouts. Just kind of flooding with early numbers here is the idea. Scouts on the way. Love this wall. If he can get a wall in towards here as well, I don't think DauT's pressure is going to accomplish too much. But you can tell DauT's grouping up and DauT's ready. And this is really annoying to deal with. Because you're already adding spearmen to deal with the scouts. But then if they have more spearmen than you, it becomes this awkward little micro battle. And I don't think Saymyname's expecting this. He's going to see the 2 scouts. And now he sees the 2 spears. And he's just trying to pick off some exposed villagers possibly. But DauT's also got spears at home. DauT has 5 spears with 6 on the way right now. Oh, God, but he runs into the TC fire there. That I don't think he was expecting the walls to be up at this time. And Saymyname will get those walls down. DauT maybe realizing now that the walls could be up. He should check here. Saymyname shouldn't. Keyword shouldn't take losses here. But he could if he doesn't. Needs to hit these 2. He's fine. Yeah, he's fine. Actually, there's a hole. There's a hole in the wood line right here. DauT might not notice that, but maybe later it could be realized. Pretty sure, right? Yeah, there's a hole there. Saymyname clicked his spearman out there, I think, just to check. Really bad position for that scout. DauT now trying to wall. And so early aggression from DauT, but he's now off of the hunt. And Saymyname has a lot of farms. So the Mongol power spike is passing a little bit. Speaking of just passing, I need to drink my coffee. One sec. There we go. Forgot about my coffee, man. DauT should be okay. But if these scouts were to get in, they could kill multiple villagers. He has to be really careful with this. Don't think there's a hole. DauT will go there. There's also a gap here that maybe Saymyname could run through. DauT's going to do the same thing and look for some type of opening. DauT has so many spears, I doubt we'll see a villager go down. And DauT's going to see now that Saymyname is on golds. And he'll just attack the houses for now. So honestly, with the amount of spears that DauT has added, it's pretty rare for the Magyars. But what about an archery range here? You're already on golds. I feel like 1 or 2 archers would actually make some sense here, but players sometimes won't want to do that. There you go. They will sometimes just opt for farms instead for the faster castle age. Oh, the scouts get through. And I'm not sure if I like this yet. We'll see how much damage ends up being done. Obviously, killing a villager would be great, though. Kills the villager. First villager down in the game. So many spearmen. DauT needs to not chase with 6. He needs to... Oh, house walls. Okay. Trap. Nope. Okay, it's DauT. Yeah, DauT needs to split up his spears. So what you do is you go like 2 spears, 2 spears, 2 spears, and it just gets so complicated for the opponent. That will lose 2 villagers, though. Decent amount of idle time there as well. And now he's going to add the market, guys. He senses his food eco is not that great. Look at the idols. He brings his own scouts home. And the way he's using his spearmen right now is really not as I would suggest it. Okay, just putting 2 spearmen in each spot, and you don't have to chase as much. In the end, he's going to get kills here. Saymane's going to try and run out. And, oh! Loop-de-loop. Okay. There we go. Hi there, T90 in chat. Love the early stream. Nice to have you, Ryan. What's up? And we have archers now on the way. Double range for Saymyname. And DauT, surprise, surprise, using the market. Is there a single player at a high level that uses the market as much as DauT? And we have to exclude Huang from this conversation. No offense, Huang. I love you, but I don't consider Huang a pro. Though if he maybe practiced a few more other civilizations, he could be one. I don't know. DauT uses the market all the freaking time, man. And he might be, in terms of the top 24, he might be the biggest market abuser in the game. Leary's pretty active now. Leary's macro is pretty good, I would say. And yeah, guys, look at this. I mean, the archer play has not really accomplished much. And who said that spearmen don't counter archers? That force, honestly, if he would have just waited, the sad thing is, if he would have had that force with the archers he has at home, he probably would have mopped that up, pushed out back. We might, no, we're not going to see step lancers because DauT doesn't have food eco. What's DauT's plan here? He might go forward siege against all this. Tato, I don't know. Let me put it to you this way. I see DauT rely on the market more than any other player in terms of rebalancing his economy. Whereas I'd say most other guys, again, we're talking Platinum League, they have better overall macro. This is not to say DauT doesn't have good macro, but like in this situation, he just recognized, oh, I didn't have the farms to up fast. Let's just go market. Scout's going for an attack there. DauT's going to go knights. We mentioned Huang. This is going to be a forward play from him. And this is... what a great position for DauT to find himself in. Another range. So I think Saymyname is going to try and get into Cav Archers. But Saymyname might find himself looking for this gold pretty soon. He only has 4 archers, and he does not know what is to come here. DauT with the Mangonel. Oh, man. This is the thing about the market, right? You kind of... you lack some eco upgrades, you lack some farms, but you're able to get so much more out and also arrive to the castle age much faster than normal. And the key would be to have monks here, because if you add the siege, the opponent has a stable to add some knights. So he's doing everything right. Siege, monk, bush, combined with a few knights, one of the toughest things to stop in the game. And if you're wondering how to stop it, you stop it by scouting it, delaying it, and then good micro. But I don't think Saymyname knows about this. Villager goes down. And now you need to get away from here if you're Saymyname, as even some of the archers go down. Obviously, the archers are not something he's focused on right now. But again, I think he needs his gold, and he immediately recognized that, which was good. I'm curious if DauT will recognize that that gold's over there and swing something over there. Now, one of the best things you can do if you can buy the time against this is to counterattack, because they're going to be forward with almost everything. So it's DauT's job, his focus, is to kill so fast that if his opponent isn't here, he's gaining reward. Or scaring the opponent. Here come the Cav Archers. DauT sees this, though. DauT knew about it. And he's going to try and use a couple camels here. No bloodlines. So, you know, it's not really going to be the best to have one camel. He could lose villagers, but now he wants to dive and do damage because he knows there's not army at home. And so this is the correct play from DauT. He knows exactly how this should play out. He also was about to convert a knight there. It got deleted. His knights are getting value. And Saymyname's having some big problems. And DauT's one cam was still enough to make sure he doesn't take losses. The Eco KD is 5-2 right now for DauT. The TC could also go down soon for Saymyname. This guy does not have a large Cav Archer mass. And this could be the end for him. What a crazy play with Mongols from DauT. Like, open up heavy Spearman Scout. Who would have thought that after that opening that he would end up going for this type of a push? What a crazy push. And I don't see how it can be stopped. This is perfect execution. He will lose his knights here, but the TC will get eaten. And DauT could switch into a boom. Look, DauT actually using the market. And he's going to... Actually, no, he didn't use the market, excuse me. He took the stone. He's just going to drop a town center now. You eat someone else's town center, and then you drop your own town center, and then you just gain an economy lead from there. The hope for Saymyname would be that DauT's eco is so bad that he hasn't been producing villagers or anything. But DauT's been pretty good in that regard. That's the difference between a Huang push and a DauT push, right? Like the Huang push... The guy goes so aggressive that he's up a little faster and doesn't produce any eco. So if it doesn't work, it's game over. For DauT, it works, and look at this. That was so sick from DauT. Big one for him, obviously, right? Like, first series. Getting 2 wins from your first series is going to make you feel good. And for Saymyname, I can't help but feel like if those archers would have gone forward all together before DauT was in Castellates, that he could have set DauT back. He could have killed 5, 6, 7 vills. He goes, he gets a conversion, gets some great siege shots. Gets some fantastic siege shots. I'm not sure it's enough, but certainly it was needed. DauT just converts some of this back. The siege ends up hitting. There's still a knight here. The siege is here. All the villagers are going to die. The guy doesn't have a town center. He doesn't have wood. He doesn't have gold. And he calls the GG. Saymyname goes down 2-1 to DauT. So Saymyname does get a win in this series. Again, I said that Saymayname's an incredible player. But at the same time, I did, when I did my predictions, have to put him in the 5th or 6th position at the end of the group. Like, that's my prediction because of how good everyone else is. And so after 2 rounds for Saymyname, maybe some alarm bells going off in his mind because he only has 1 win. But he did play DauT, and he did play the Vipers. So things get, quote-unquote, a little easier for him, perhaps, as he will have Miguel, Classic Pro, and Jordan remaining to play. That was DauT's first round. And for people who follow along live and then people who will eventually watch the YouTube videos, DauT's playing 3 rounds within 3 days because he was gone for the first 2 weeks. And we were as accommodating as possible. So I think he plays Miguel tomorrow. And then I think on Wednesday he plays... Jordan, and then soon after that he plays the Viper. So a lot to be seen, of course, as far as DauT's performances go. But getting 2 wins is great. $80 in the bank for him, 40 for Saymyname. Starts off strongly here. But just to go back here, because the timing on this is so crucial. So let's see. Okay, right here. So fletching is in, right? And this is why this game is so unbelievably tough, right? If he would have waited 30 seconds, just kept this army at home. Let's go, forward to 30 seconds. Okay, boom. Like right now. If he's moving out right now and he's going to have 6 archers, 2 spearmen, I think he clears this up pretty easily. And then he at least forces DauT off the wood. DauT can't send his villagers forward. DauT can't do any of that. But because this army was a clear, and barely, by the way, right? Because that army was cleared, he's able to go forward, and all that makes a difference. Like, even if he doesn't kill villagers from DauT, forcing DauT to come back, forcing DauT to make a couple more knights before he clears it up, before he goes forward, and then the whole game is very different. Means Saymyname could stay on gold longer, Saymyname could mass more cav archers, Saymyname wouldn't have to move around. But that's why that type of push is very successful, is because if they get to the position they need, almost impossible to stop. Lovely, lovely play from DauT there.